Well, here we go. Karim Hani pulls to the line. We are going to get our final four battle that we all hoped would happen. V8 GT86 off the line. Through the gears they come, and look at the aggression from Karim Hani as they fire in together into that first outside zone. Look at this from Hani into that zone, up to the door, no messing around. Oh, good transition. They flick back, they go into outside zone 3. Karim Hani gives Shia the room to manoeuvre, but Shia makes a mistake. Doesn't get to that outside zone. Oh, Karim Hani, almost big contact as they transition back once again. Shia into outside zone 5 as Karim Hani now looks for the door. Wow, a chink in the armour there for Mohammed Shia as he doesn't get deep into outside zone 3. This is incredible. Look at this from Karim Hani as he goes for a big dive. Gives him the room to manoeuvre, and then look at this from Shia. Doesn't get to outside zone 3 and opens the door for Karim Hani to fire up onto the door and takes the opportunity again as Mohammed Shia goes wide on outside zone 5. They get the green light. They are good to go. Karim Hani to lead out Mohammed Shia for a spot in the final. Waits for one of these drivers. Nice initiation. Deep into that first outside zone goes Karim Hani. That guy's fast. Shia, those shallows up the angle, keeps with him. Good transition across the circuit. Shia finds himself on the inside. A mistake once again from Shia, but it's a cleaner lead line from Karim Hani as Hani now finds it. Look at this from Shia. He's fighting with everything, but he's on the inside. Oh, almost contact. Shia has to shut it down as Karim Hani gets into that final outside zone and across the line. Wow, what a mistake from Mohammed Shia. Karim Hani trying to have a look back to see if there was anything he done to upset Mohammed Shia in that lead position, but a mistake there from Shia as he goes on the inside. Karim Hani absolutely flying. Look at this as he comes through that inner zone, flicks it. Transition's kind of in the wrong place. Has to stall up a little bit on the foot brake. Judges might deem that his fault. But we'll see. Both guys out of the car, both guys smiling, both guys happy. How do the judges see it? Who will take it through to the final? Who will go to the 3rd and 4th place playoff? So there we go. Karim Hani gets the win, advances through to the final here at round 2. Mohammed Shia will go into the 3rd and 4th place playoff to face whoever loses the next battle. And there we go, wait for the green light. It is green. Nasser Alhabali to lead out Deir, as they fire in. 2 Nissans, 2 very similar chassis. Look at the tyres from Deir though. Tries to get up to the door of Nasser Alhabali. Oh, almost gets himself caught up on the inside, but makes it work as Deir goes for a brave move. Alhabali shallow on outside zone 3, but then finds the edge of the circuit. Nice line, good transition back as Alhabali giving Deir all the room. Jumps on the door again, they're door to door across the line. Wow, incredible stuff. Look at this. And take a look back at the replay. Very good run from both those guys. A little bit of separation there. Deir fell back ever so slightly, but look at this move. Up on the inside, makes it work. Never seen anyone do that yet so far on this circuit. Gives him the room on outside zone 3. And then as they come through this inner clip, Deir takes the opportunity, dives up on the inside. Alhabali on that perfect wide line, and onto the door goes Deir, pushing Alhabali across the line. There we go, thumbs up. We wait for the light to go green. The winner of this will head into the final against Karim Hani. For the top step on the podium awaits for one of these guys. Who's it going to be? They come through the gears, through the chicane, and hammer down to initiation. But look at this. Already from Nasser Alhabali, pure aggression from the young man as he jumps onto the rear wheel of the 400C, up onto the inside, back again as Deir leads him into outside zone 3. Alhabali gives him the room, now starts to rein him in as he's on the rear quarter, on the door, transitions, back again on the front wheel, almost contact. As Alhabali goes for it, sucks himself up onto the inside across the line. Wow, incredible stuff there from Nasser Alhabali in that chase position. Did exactly what he needed to do. Deir gave him all of the opportunity. Perfect lead line from Deir Idiatulin as he gets himself nice and wide. Good flow, good angle, good transition back into outside zone 5. That's Alhabali, took the opportunity, jumped up onto the inside, just dropped a wheel over the edge of the track there, trying to gain proximity. The 13th and 14th for round 3. Alhabali smiling. Oh, and there we go. Decisions in. Nasser Alhabali gets the win, advances through to the final. Deir Idiatulin will go to the 3rd and 4th place playoff against Mohammed Shia. So, if you want to come along, if you're local, grab your tickets on the gate for those events. If you want to watch along online, I'll be back for those 2 rounds, and we'll be back free on YouTube live for both those events. Here we go. Thumbs up all around. We wait for the green light. This is the 3rd and 4th place playoff. Who will take the 3rd step on the podium? Mohammed Shia to lead out. Deir Idiatulin through the gears. No messing around. Both these guys fire in. Early initiation from Deir, and puts himself down on the inside. Now has to find himself back in, up onto the pocket as he gets nice and high. Up on the bank, and they go firing in to outside zone 3. A good line from Deir, but there's no proximity. Now he makes a dive as Mohammed Shia out front. Good lead line, but then falters once again. Gets himself caught up on that final outside zone and across the line. So here we go. Take a look back at the replay. Look at this from Mohammed Shia. Nice and high, deep into outside zone 1. Good transition back. Deir just couldn't hang. And you can see here Mohammed gets himself set up perfectly for outside zone 3. Deir takes a dive here. Boom. Straight up onto the rear bumper. Brave transition. But checks up a little bit. Dials on the angle. Mohammed Shia fails to get deep into that final outside zone. So Deir Idiatulin will lead them out for the second half of the run. Fresh X Racing driver sits in the lead position as the car slams into gear. Mohammed Shia starts to creep forward already in that chase position. We wait for the light to go green, and here we go. This could be the final run of our 3rd and 4th place playoff as Idiatulin fires the car in. Mohammed Shia goes for it, goes for the outside zone, keeps it shallow, dives on, looks for the proximity. As Mohammed Shia now looks up the inside, Idiatulin goes wide, nice line as he looks for outside zone 3. Shia finds the side of that 400Z as they look for that front clear, but it's good from Idiatulin. Nice wide line back, but Shia messes up, scrubs a load of speed, and he's down on the inside. He's making a mess of the chase. He just about gets on the rear quarter. Then we go look back at the replay, and you can see maybe some struggles inside that car from Mohammed Shia. And Deir Idiatulin doing a good job out front in that lead position, firing that car exactly where it needed to be. Look at this, right to the edge of the circuit, white wheel on the white line. Mohammed Shia just about finds himself where he needs to be at the end of the run. And it will be Deir Idiatulin getting the win, taking 3rd step on the podium here, 3rd place for the Fresh X Racing driver at round 2 of the Emirates Drift Championship. 4th place to Mohammed Shia. An incredible drive for Mohammed Shia this weekend. Unfortunately, couldn't get it on the podium. Well, here we go, both cars rocking and rumbling on the line, ready to go. We get the green light, and it will be Alhabali to lead out Hani as they fire into that first outside zone. That initiation done, and look at this from Alhabali as he starts to pull away already from Hani. Hani now shortcutting the circuit, trying to find the side of that carbon Kevlar 370Z. Alhabali goes nice and wide, blows, what a line, but what a dive from Hani onto the back bumper, now finds the side, goes for the front wheel. Hani not messing around. Wow. Wow, looking back at the replay, what an incredible lead from Nasser Alhabali. But Hani absolutely flying on the second half of the run. Look at this dive, boom, straight down on the inside on the foot brake, balances that car perfectly, and then sees the opportunity, takes it straight up onto the front wheel, onto the rear bumper and across the line. Incredible stuff. Now Marshall looks around the track, makes sure it's clear and good to go. They get the thumbs up. We wait for the green light. Anti-lag fires from Hani, BMW F22, and the V8 rumbles from the Carbon Kevlar 370Z. Here we go. Off the line, the green light shines, and we are clear to go as Kareem Hani fires in. Good initiation, but look at this from Alhabali on the door already, flexing the side of that F22 BMW. Now goes for another dive down on the inside, lets the car wash. Kareem Hani on incredible lead, but look at the chase from Nasser Alhabali as he pushes him around the circuit. Will he make a brave transition? He does. Goes for the door. Kareem Hani, though, on an absolute flyer of a lead line, but there's no shaking. Nasser Alhabali. Wow. What a final battle here, round 2 of the Emirates Drift Championship 2026. The chase from Nasser Alhabali was absolutely incredible. So much aggression, but Kareem Hani dealt with it. Look at the lead line for Kareem Hani, right to the edge of the circuit, pushing that car right where it needed to be. The transition back into that last outside zone was beautiful, and you can see Nasser Alhabali checked himself up there, struggled to get back onto it. Both guys pull up to our marshal to make sure we have a decision. They get out of the car, they embrace, both smiling. What a battle from these two guys. We just wait to hear from our judges if they have a decision. They want to see another replay. So there we go, and take a look back at the second half of the run. Judges analysing every single piece of this. A lot of stake. Look at that dive on that first outside zone from Nasser Alhabali. Pure aggression. Kareem Hani, though, gave him that perfect lead line that he needed. And back on the door again. Look at this from Alhabali. Pure aggression. Just a small chink in the armour right there as he sets himself up for that final outside zone. But that car turned up to 11. All the grip and power. Gets himself on the door, and the judges have a decision, ladies and gentlemen. They have a decision, so that means we are going to the podium. So if you're in attendance, make your way over towards the podium. If you're watching online, I'll be back in a few moments on the podium with our director of the EDC, Wada Ugba.
Okay, so start with Kieran and we'll go with the normal podium, and if he shows up we'll do the Haras. If not, then the next one. Go ahead.
Street podium first, yeah?
Okay, so now first we start with Kieran.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, before we kick off our main podium for the drivers today that did incredibly well and put on such an amazing show on this circuit, our director of the Emirates Drift Championship would like to hand out an honour award for somebody that has done so much work in the Middle East. He's been supporting and helping progress driving in the Middle East and the UAE for many years, and unofficially the creator of the clipping box or the clipping point on the circuit that was used today. We call him the godfather of drift. So ladies and gentlemen, would you please raise your hands for Mr. Kieran Hines.
I want to say a couple of words.
Thank you so much, everyone, for attending round 2 of Emirates Drifting Championship. I hope you enjoyed your time. And just, I'll take 5 minutes of your time before we award the fantastic drivers of today. Mr. Kieran is a dear friend of mine, and he's my mentor. And he is a friend of mine since 15 years now. And he basically taught me everything about drifting. We appreciate you, and I'm sorry I took you from your family for Christmas and New Year. And I hope you accept our kind of...
Hurry up there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
My flight's at 4 o'clock.
I'm sorry.
Right, thank you very much for that. Incredible. So much hard work put in by Kieran Hines. But now it's time to give the trophies on the podium to the guys in our street class. Taking third place, please make some noise for George Michael.
After we'll do Falas because he's here.
Okay.
After the street do Falas.
Yeah. Congratulations. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, third place, George Michael. And taking second step on the podium, make some noise for Rowan Salah. Is he here? Has he gone home? There he is. Rowan, yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, taking first place, make some noise for the one and only Ilya Melinin. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause one more time for your street modified class. So there we go, that is your street modified class winners. Thank you very much, guys. Now, before we move on to the big podium, to our pro drivers, once again, our director of the Emirates Drift Championship would like to hand out another award. It's another thank you to somebody who has been instrumental in drifting in the UAE and in the Middle East. Unofficially the founder of Drift UAE, the biggest supporter of 15 years of drifting in the UAE. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for the one and only Mohammed Al-Falasi.
Thank you.
Once again, guys, Bu Khalifa here. He's the reason actually I'm in drifting. We met close to 14 years ago, and I think he saw something in me, and it's been a fantastic journey. And Falasi, he's supporting the community for the past 14 years, and through his experience, basically the whole of the Middle East was introduced to professional drifting. And you started something, and we're trying to continue, and I hope you accept our small, appreciation.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is an honor. I'm very happy for this award. The community of drifting, Wadah and the EDC team, they're doing a great job. I'm very proud of them. I'm very happy to see how the progress has been in the last couple of years. Emirates Drift Championship, it's the hub of drifting in the UAE, and they opened up the grassroots, or they opened up the Pro-Am category and the Pro category, and now we see drivers coming from all over the world to come and compete here in UAE. So all the crowds who are here and all the community are blessed to have such an event, and you are all part of it. So thank you very much, and I really appreciate the judging team as well, and Mr. Kiran, who was our mentor as well when we were establishing the Drift UAE, and he set out the rules of judging and drifting, and Wadah was one of the first adopters, and he's now an international judge as well. So thank you very much for all the community, for your support. Thanks for being here. Without you, this sport will never grow. So thank you very much.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible to see these guys doing great things for drifting in the Middle East. But now it's time to get on to the last bit of the show. I can confirm, taking third step on our pro podium, make some noise for the one and only Deir Idiatulin! A massive congratulations as well to Mohammed Shia. Unfortunately, couldn't get the job done, but took first place in qualifying, and he is doing great things all around the UAE and in Europe. But taking first step, Deir Idiatulin. Right now, the thick of it. These two guys battled hard all day. Some incredible battles. One of these drivers only had one lap in practice, but I can confirm taking second step on the podium. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Karim Hani! Unbelievable, unbelievable. So there we know who's won it. And this man, not only is he leading the championship, but what an unbelievable driver. Make some noise for the one and only Nasser Alhabali! Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, your pro round 2 winners! That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, a massive thank you from myself, from all of the Emirates Drift Championship team. If you want to see more, don't forget we are back right here on the 13th and 14th of February for round 3 before we head to the main circuit for the final. You won't want to miss a thing. From myself, from the whole of the Emirates Drift Championship team and all these incredible drivers, we will see you very, very soon. Thank you very much. Thank you. I hope I got your name right, I'm sorry. Thank you.
You know, the biggest win for me my team, they're like, we're going back now and we're blocking you for the next week. So please don't plan anything in the next week because we won't be available. So we're just sick of it.
Half they want to go to the media office just to get a photo.
It's over there, right?